Hello all, welcome back to Answer Writing Initiative at 9 p.m. I'm Guna Mathivanan from Offices IAS Academy. Friends, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch my first video in this playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing program. It is open to all. Right. So, what was the question which I gave yesterday? Atal Innovation Mission aims to address the barriers to innovation ecosystem in order to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in India. Discuss. Pretty straightforward question, but so many people have not exactly addressed the demand. So here the question is about how AIM is addressing the barriers to innovation and then how it promotes the culture of innovation. So how to approach this? You can start your introduction with what is this Atal Innovation Mission? An initiative of Niti Aayog in 2016 which aims to promote the innovation and entrepreneurship culture in the country. Okay, very simple. We can give that introduction. Now, if this Atal Innovation Mission aims to promote innovation, right? It aims to promote means either there is something missing with respect to innovation or something stopping the innovation. So we have to promote it. So to promote, we have to address the barriers. The question is about that. How AIM is addressing those barriers. So you have to highlight either you highlight these are the below barriers and how Atal Innovation Mission aims to address that barrier. You can write that way, no problem. You can simply put a subheading that innovation has the below barriers in our country 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Atal Innovation Mission aims to address those barriers, right? That you can highlight. Or what you can do is Atal Innovation Mission aims to address the barriers, like you can merge it. Point number 1, this is the barrier, then which component of Atal Innovation Mission aims to address it? Okay, we are not having proper ecosystem, proper infrastructure. If you take schools, theory is taught, right? Practically we are not having an infrastructure which is supporting the students to innovate, right? That is something preventing the innovation. But if you take Atal Innovation Mission, we have Atal Tinkering Labs. So in schools, we will have a specific period, like how we have chemistry lab, physics lab, we have a Atal Tinkering Lab where students will spend some time think about innovation. So applying the theory in practice is provided. So we have an infrastructure which builds an ecosystem for innovation at school level. So what is the barrier? There was no ecosystem, there was no infrastructure which is promoting innovation. That was one barrier. Now Atal Innovation Mission has a component called as Atal Tinkering Lab. That Atal Tinkering Lab is addressing this problem. This is how you can write. This is the barrier, how AIM is trying to address it. So one barrier I said. What is the other barrier? Some 5 barriers we can write. Right? So what can be the other barrier? See, we need incubation centers. Say for example, I have a startup idea. I am also starting, with that idea, I start a small company, but I do not know how to take it forward. I need some support. To help me to scale my business. I have an idea in my room. I was able to develop the idea. I am developing a product, but how to scale it? So I need some incubation support. Someone who can handhold, someone who can give me a roadmap, right? So Atal Innovation Mission has a feature called as Atal Incubation Mission, where many institutions will act like incubators. So I have a prospective idea, I can take my idea to that incubator. That incubator will be generally institutions. IIM Bangalore is one, Atal Incubator. I can explain my idea. If the idea is prospective, that they will provide me certain roadmap so that I can improve my business. If there is no incubation, then my idea will remain as idea only. I'll have no clue how to scale it up. Right? So that support is given. So that barrier is removed. So this is another barrier and another solution. Then regional disparities. We see a lot of innovations in urban centers. What about in tier 2, tier 3 cities? In tier 2, tier 3 cities, because of that distance development, In the regional tier 2, tier 3 cities, we are not able to see big innovation. So location itself is a barrier. So to promote innovation in tier 2, tier 3 cities, government has Atal community innovation centers. These are established in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, rural areas, northeastern areas. Innovation should not concentrate only in the cities. It should also be inclusive. So region was a disparity. That disparity, right? That barrier, region was a barrier. That barrier is being addressed by Atal Community Innovation Center. Scaling up was a barrier, so we need hand holding. So for it, we have Atal Incubation Center. Right. So innovation infrastructure at school level is important, for which we have Atal Tinkering Labs. Right. Similarly, commercialization. Okay, I have an idea. I am able to develop a product, but how to market it? That market awareness, that business awareness. Since I am not having that awareness, I have idea, but how to market it? How to make it a commercial success? Since I have no idea, that is a barrier. Right. So if there is a support which helps me to make commercial success, then that will promote me, that will make me to think about innovation. So we have this Atal New India Challenge, where we try to find markets and early customers. We try to have that aim is trying to have that commercialization. Similarly, mentoring should go for a longer period. I need mentors. Skilled professionals should give me support. I will come across lot of doubts in between. I need some mentor. So skilled professional support is being provided under Atal Innovation Mission. So barriers, infrastructure is a barrier, ecosystem is a barrier, incubation support is a barrier. I need support. I need mentoring support. Regional disparity is a barrier. Commercialization is a barrier. All these barriers are addressed by Atal Innovation Mission. By addressing that, innovation is promoted. This is the answer. And finally, we conclude the scope of this aim has to be further expanded. It has to reach all the sections for further improving the innovation, so that we are able to we are able to harvest the advantage of the demography in India. Right? This can be your conclusion. 10 marker question. So simple answer will be fine. But the problem when I was evaluating, what I noticed is so many people, you are explaining what is Atal Innovation Mission, you are explaining all the components, and many writing challenges of Atal Innovation Mission. Okay, challenges, if you want in the conclusion, 1 or 2 lines you can devote. But what is the actual demand? Aim is addressing the barrier to the innovation. So what are the barriers? How it is addressing? Which component addresses which barrier? Right? That was missing. Okay. So Anbu Nyana Selvi, I think only your answer was good. So you have explained about Atal Innovation Mission. Briefly, you have explained what is that. So barriers to innovation you have mentioned. You have mentioned barriers to innovation. So aim is addressing these barriers. Say for example, quality of education, you are linking it here. So at school levels, we have Atal Tinkering Labs, right? Similarly, the risk factor, everything you are connecting with Atal Incubation Center, Atal Community Innovation Centers. What I would personally suggest is, if you can link point number 1 linked with this barrier, point number 2 linked with this barrier. If you are able to link it, or parallelly if you are able to write it, it will be good, but still your answer is fine. When compared to others, you have addressed this barrier part, and you are explaining each point, you are explaining how the aim is addressing those barriers, right? So your answer is fine. Here, Tamarai Selvan, so you have to slightly improve. You have explained about the Atal Innovation Mission, okay, right? Addresses the barrier of innovation ecosystem, but you have not explained what is the barrier, how AIM is addressing. The subheading says address the barrier innovation ecosystem. See what you are saying, that it provides opportunity at grassroots level to startups and innovators by providing financial infrastructure facilities. See, you have to write in this way: the barrier is infrastructure at grassroots level, at rural areas. So which is helping to address, AIM is helping to address, which component of AIM is helping to address, that we have to mention, right? It aims to create ecosystem for the innovation providing required facilities, Atal incubation centers. Your heading is fine, but your point which you are explaining, it is not addressing the demand of the question, right? And you have also mentioned about challenges. Challenges is not asked, and if you want to highlight the challenge in the conclusion part, this much space you should not take. It's a 10 marker question. Maximum you can use 20 words for conclusion. In 20 words, if you are able to bring challenges, okay. But here the weightage given for challenges is high, right? But still, your approach is okay. But you can improve. Tamarai Selvam, you can improve. But here, Anbunyana Selvi, your answer is fine. There is scope for improvement, but still your answer is fine. Right? Others, majority of them have written only what is Atal Innovation Mission, what are their components, what is Atal Tinkering Lab, what is Atal Incubation Center, right? Only that is being discussed. Right? Clear? So that you have to change. So please address the demand of the question. So next is Aravind. Aravind, see, your actual answer starts from here. You are connecting demographic dividend with innovation and challenges for reaping the benefits you have highlighted here. But the actual question starts from here. Right, this part you could have avoided because 10 marker, we do not have sufficient space or words to explain all these. Directly you could have gone for Atal innovation, but even here, what is the problem? Look at the problem. AIM, you have explained. Then directly you started explaining the features of AIM, tinkering lab, incubation centers, community innovation centers, New India College. See, highlight, link the barrier and solution. What is the barrier? How Atal Innovation Mission is trying to solve the barrier. That is how your answer should be. It's not about explaining AIM. Okay, that point is missing. Everyone who have written the answer, you have content, but you have to slightly modify the content to meet the demand of the question. Okay, keep that in mind. You have to rewrite. Okay. So what is the question for today? The Indian government has recently passed the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. Explain the salient features of the act while discussing the concerns regarding the legislation. I have made the video already, right? So please watch my DPDP Act video series. I have explained data protection basics, data protection act in detail, right to information, how DPDP is affecting right to information, the concerns surrounding DPDP Act, everything I have explained. You can go through, understand the exact demand and present a 15 marker answer. I hope this video series is adding value to your preparation. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take care.